Alright, so finally I get to film this review. So, um, ABC's of Death 2, Electric Boogaloo. Do you think you'd call that, Phil?
Yes.
Yes. This one, like, it was better. The sequences were better. Do you think so? Like,
I agree.
they were better. There was no F is for fart, so there were still some that were kind of dumb, and this is going to be a long video like last time, because we're going to go through 26 fucking letters of the alphabet. Only 26 of the, 26. Yeah, so, like, the first one, it has, like, that kind of, like, weird, like, animation stuff going on, and whenever they revealed the letter, it was on, like, little kids, like, letter blocks and shit. This one, it was, like, the whole, like, old-timey movie, this gesture, the old-timey movies, and it just looked better this one around, and anyway, so let's get it started. A is for amateur, and this one was actually kind of... Oh,
Hello. No, you continue.
he's
What's
on the
up?
phone. He's like mad loud. Anyway, A is for amateur,
Movie with Joe.
and so this one was pretty funny because you see like this very like intense like James Bond thing, and that's like training montage, and you see like the assassin's lifestyle where like they're like loading the guns and putting on the special
I keep
gloves.
them high.
Ah.
Keep them high.
Okay, I think that's how people say hi, right? Yeah. And so, oh yeah, boobs. You ran and see boobs. There's a part where, of course, the person's like in the air duct because you could totally fit in the air duct, like you're just doing that. Getting fucked up.
There is.
And then it's
No,
like 3 weeks later. So yeah, anyway, so like the guy you see during all the training stuff, yada yada, he's in the vent, and all of a sudden he like slips through and like freaking act like he does it well, but he like freaking accidentally shoots the guy his target. So that was actually pretty funny because A is for amateur, so all that stuff. So he did his job, but not in a very like sleek Born Identity kind of way. Um, Anyway, so this the next one is B is for Badger, and it has freaking Julian Howard Moon from the Mighty Boosh, and he's there as like this naker. Wow, that's close to a horrible word. A nature documentary kind of guy, and he was just kind of like, he's like, you see here is the home for badgers, and you're like, okay, and I couldn't help but just laugh because it's Howard Moon, and you're expecting at any point that actually he directed this sequence too. A docu-team about a power plant, about how the Badgers' home is near it. It might be ruining the homes because it's a power plant and the Badgers. And the sound guy is like, they hear something, and then he gets sucked into the whole, like the little Badger home and bitten in half. And then like he gets like thrown out of it, and you're like, ah! He's like, ah! Like all that stuff. That was actually pretty, like, a lot of these are actually pretty funny. It was actually good that they, there's deaths in it, and it's kind of, like, not trying to take itself too seriously, whereas the other one, like, it was taking itself too seriously, trying to make everything, like, have, like, a meaning to it, where it's like, there's these deaths, and what does it mean? I don't know, It's, like, very, like, first year art, school kind of thing, whereas this one was, like, you're by your third year, and you're just tired of it, so you're just saying fuck it, and you do your assignment, and it actually comes out a lot better because you kind of said fuck it to it. Next one is C for capital punishment. Kind of don't remember what this was because I watched this like almost a month ago when I was at Monsterpalooza and didn't get a chance to film it until now because I've had people over the house. Guy accused of murder. Girl actually ran away with boyfriend. Do they not have phones? Guy's going to stop it, get into a car crash. They chop the dude's head. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So, now I remember. Alright, so what it is that, like, some guy is apparently, like, had, like, touched a girl, or, like, I keep touching my hair. Oh my god, I can't say the word. Oh my god, what is it? This guy, he's accused of kidnapping some teenage girl, and he's like, I didn't do it, and then then they were like, well, no, you did do it, and he goes, okay, fine, I did do it. Like he was just like, okay, fine, which is horrible to just admit to something you didn't do, especially something horrible like that. But anyway, so then later, like, they're about to, like, you know, kill the guy. Turns out she just, like, ran away with her boyfriend, like how a lot of these stories happen. The girl ends up showing up, and people are like, and this little boy's running through the town, like, wait, no, she's okay, like, all that stuff. But instead they freaking, like, get to, like, this part of, like, the woods, and they just chop the guy's head off, and you're like, whoa, they were, like, really quick on it, like,
Fuck it up. They fuck it up.
yeah, they were really quick on that. They were just like, okay, you totally kidnapped this girl and killed her. No. Yes, you did. Okay, I guess I did. Alright, well, come back to the woods. Let me sharpen my axe. Let me chop your head off. Oh, no, you really didn't do it. Oh, well, the end. And then the next one is called D is for D-Louse, which was the stop-motion animation one, which was very, very weird, to say the least. Yeah, so, like, this thing, it, like, drained the blood from the person. It kind of looked like the Tool, like, Sober video. It was just kind of all over the place. Duplicate self with black frostbitten knife hand. These are my notes when I was watching it. Something had, like, a Tobin Bell voice to it. It reminds me of the Mark Twain thing. So there's this Mark Twain stop motion thing, that I bought for, like, $5 at 7-Eleven, because fuck it, why not? No, you gotta listen to this. So, I put it on, and it's like, you know, stop-motion animation about Mark Twain and his stories, and they go through, like, this elevator of stories. It's like, okay, nice animation. You get to this one part, and it's like a body with no head holding a mask that's talking, and these little kids are like, what's your name? And it's like, Satan, and I was like, what the fuck? You can find that clip on YouTube, but, like, Phil's dying right now. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like...
Hold on, what is the clip? Because I need to put this on Instagram.
Just put on Mark Twain Satan. I should, it's fine, Mark Twain, yeah. Anyway, so it reminded me of that just because it was like... It looked kid-friendly, but then you're just like, this is some fucked up shit. This is a great sentence I wrote. His head gets stuck in an anus. You remember that part? Anus. And then I ended with okay WTF. So it was very weird. It was just like
that was one of my favorite ones though, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, but I think like it kinda had to go that way because A, B, and C were all like funny. You know? Well no, okay, not C. C really wasn't funny. Well it's like dark humor funny, like, well that's kinda funny that they killed the guy who really didn't do anything wrong. But yeah.
Sorry, there was an ant.
Anyway, so then E is for equilibrium. Not to be mistaken with that Christian Bale movie. Two guys stranded on an island. Lady shows up. All Gilligan's Island. Girl falls for one. Other guy gets jealous. Fights, kills girl. That's all I wrote. So apparently, I guess that's what happened. It's like these two guys have been surviving on an island. This chick washes up to shore like you do, and then like they fight over her. And then instead of like I guess killing one, or like I'll kill you because you took the girl. They decide to kill the girl, and then ends with them being like, all right, everything's fine now. It's like, all right, bro. The next one is F is for falling, and that one got kind of like really serious. Like I said, it was like kind of political. There's a woman who was who's like parachuted down. She gets stuck in a tree. This guy shows up, wants to shoot her. It's all right. But yeah, so apparently like the woman is Israeli and the guy doesn't say what he is, but you're thinking it's the conflict kind of thing. The woman has a broken leg. She can't really escape. The guy wants to shoot her. But then in the end, like, the boy, or guy, whatever, he was a young boy, he wanted to go help her. As he goes to help her, somehow he slips, falls out of the tree, and dies immediately. So then, like, the rest of his gang of people show up, and they see this dead kid, and obviously, like, automatically, you get this whole assumption that she killed him. So it ends with, like, these guys pretty much about to kill her. So yeah, that went somewhere else. Oh god, this one was so gross. G for Granddad. His face is like the kid from Oblongs right now. So it's this young guy who was super like emaciated, skinny, and this old grandpa. Just sit up better. And yeah, they're arguing over brandy, and then I don't know whether it was the actual movie itself or when I was watching it, because I was watching it on my tablet in like the hotel lobby, because that's the only spot that had the Wi-Fi. Anyway, the brightness kind of goes up and down, kind of weird. But anyway, so the grandpa's sleeping in the bed, and then stabs the guy in the throat, and then something about, and then like I said, I'm just reading my notes because it's been a while. So the grandpa's sleeping, and I wrote in the bed really big for some reason. Stabs the guy in the throat, which I'm thinking is the young guy. And then I write ew really big, and then I also write dickless grand balls. So apparently the granddad.
Give me a second, I'll be back.
Okay, so apparently the granddad doesn't have a dick, but he just has balls. All I remember was just kind of like this weird like argument between the two of them, and then it's just like somehow he pulls his pants down, and all you see are just balls, and it just, I don't know, it's really confusing. Then the next one is H is for head games. Just drawn animation. Faces attacking one another. This is very strange. Very okay. Like, oh fuck, I don't remember what happened in it. I just remember the animation was good, the animation was good. I just remember just watching going, I have no idea what's going on. Like, you know when you watch things, you're like, okay, things are happening. There's some good animation, but what the fuck is happening here? Like, that was pretty much it the whole time I was watching it. That's all I have to say about that, jeez. I is for Invincible, and yeah, this one was like this weird like zombie apocalypse thing. So they start shooting this old lady. It's a demon lady. They finally burn the lady. Oh my god, bitch is still alive. The head cut off and still going. So they cut her head off and she's still alive. They wanted to kill the granny to get her money. So apparently that's what they're trying to do, was kill this old lady just to get the old lady money. But she wouldn't die. She was just like, I'm not dying. She's like, I was gonna say she's like the lady from Drag Me to Hell, but no, she died really quickly. The moment they told her she couldn't get a loan, she was like, "No!" So yeah, there's that. They were just pretty much like hacking at this old woman the whole time. Yeah, so then J is for Jesus. Apparently it's about a gay couple that's making out mad hard. A guy's taking pictures of them. Oh, okay, I remember now. And then somehow there's an exorcism. And there's somehow someone has a Goomba face. Stigmata. Someone was electrocuted. Oh my god. No, oh god. Half-naked guy with scythe kills dad and shit. What the
Yeah, remember after one of them is killed, he comes back?
Oh, okay. It's been a month, and when there's so many of them, when there's so many segments, you can't remember all of them. Like, this one I can't recall. Like, I recall the gay couple kissing the guy just following them and stuff, but the rest of it I don't remember. So yeah, J is for Jesus. Which apparently people tell me I need... Let him sop you up! Yeah, but apparently I've been told I need Jesus in my life. Apparently. Whoa. So K is for Nell. Knell. I wrote what... Yeah, I wrote WTF next to it. So, let's see. Black sphere in the sky. What the fuck? Why isn't this bitch scared? Killers
Oh,
in...
is that the period one?
Yeah, it's like... Yeah. Exactly. Killers in the building across see her. Yeah. Where she's like... Yeah, you look up in the sky, there's like this black sphere, and you look, and then she looked across, like, the next building, and there's like these killers in the building. They see her... And then I go, ooh, good jump cut. I forgot what was the jump cut that was really good. But I wrote down, ooh, good jump cut. Yeah. And then I wrote, black symbiote comes into her apartment. Blood rushes down her legs. Ew. Then the two become one, just like that Spice Girls song.
Spice Girls song!
Yeah.
Sorry, color commentary.
Wow, you were really excited about that, that reference. Anyway, so then this, then the next one, L is for legacy. Some kind of African tribe, some kind of tribal thing. Look, oh, I wrote that dude from Gore shows up. It looked like that kind of like, you know, spiked mask kind of get up. Kills lady, what the fuck? Bad CGI. Yeah, there was a lot of bad CGI, which reminds me of that movie, that action film from like Uganda or something that Glee and I have been wanting to find, called like Captain Alex or something. It's like horrible CGI, but we would love it. But yeah, it was pretty much like some weird shit happens. A lot of these segments were actually really short. I was really surprised and not upset at all about it. But a lot of it was seriously like 10, 15 minutes long. It wasn't really that long, you know. Alright, so M is for masticate. Dude with white eyes and... What? Pies? Did I write pies? What? Dude with white eyes and pies? Oh, pee? Ooh. And pee stains running? Oh, pit stains! Ay, Dios mío. I couldn't tell what I wrote. I was like, pies? Pigs? Pit stains. Yeah, so the dude's like eyes are like white, you know, not fully white, but just, you know, like no color, just white. He has like pit stains, he's running, he's like knocking people over and shit, what the fuck? And there was like, and,
I saw that one.
yeah, and the entire time he's doing this, it's all in like slow motion. You're like, what is he running from? Like that. And then he bites a guy's face, like he goes, he's like, ah! Like bath salts kind of shit. Bites a guy's face. The cops shoot at him. Yeah, and he took bath salts. That's what it is. It actually says he took bath salts. So that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
The next one is N is for Nexus, and it's Halloween in New York. And then it says, why would you wear something and ride a bike? Oh, wait, wig? What does that say? Why would you wear something and ride a bike? I forgot what it was. It was like this couple was like, it's Halloween and then, oh, a mask! Why would you wear a mask? Because it's all squiggles. And why would you wear a mask and ride a bike? Yeah, because it's this couple, and it's a guy and a girl, and they're meeting up. It's Halloween. The guy puts on a fucking mask, rides his bike to meet the girl. The camera work I wrote here is horrible. It is. It's like they probably shot on someone's fucking iPhone or something. And then, like, the guy gets hit by a car because he's wearing a mask while on a fucking bike. Like, you don't do that, you freaking moron. That's why you got hit by a car. That's why you did. Yeah, it's like some weird... It wasn't good. It was stupid. It was, like, in all honesty, I felt like that one was trying really hard. Then O is for Oculocursu... I can't read. It's Japanese, okay, so first of all, and it means mob rule, and it's Japanese zombies. And then so I remember this one because I thought that was really interesting. So they're in like a courthouse, and a woman is accused of murder. A woman is accused of murder of her own daughter. But her daughter's a zombie, so she kills her daughter. Duh. But, you know, all these other people, like, around, like, the you know, what do you call it? The people in, like, the jury are, like, zombies. Like, they're just, like, you know, they regular old moving around zombies. Anyway, so, I forget what happens. Like, she gets accused of murder, obviously. She gets thrown in, and then she becomes a zombie herself or something because, like, they have her bitten or whatever. Okay, so, wow, I'm actually going through this a lot faster than last time.
Because they were a lot shorter?
They were a lot shorter.
As much.
Last time they were all like 20 to 30 minutes long. This time they were all like 10 to 15 minutes long.
I think they learned because...
Yeah, I do recall that like, sitting through this, the running time was a lot shorter, because last time it was like 2 hour plus. This time it was like an hour and a half or something, you know? So then the next one is P for scary exclamation point, which I feel is such a cop out. Did you hear me? It literally said P is for scary exclamation point because it's filmed in like just a single room, but it's obviously supposed to seem like larger, and it's these like prisoners escaping, and it's really campy, and they're stuttering the entire time. So one guy would be like, it's like ghost, and you're like, what? It's like, oh, it's like scissors, what? You know, like.
Yeah, but I'm just like, scary doesn't start with P.
Exactly, that was the whole point. Like the guy would start with one letter and say a different word. It's like scissors, what? Like, dude, yeah. Anyway, so it's like 3 prisoners or something, and then the guy sees guy with baby. Where is this set at? Because it's literally just like if I turn off the lights and just put one light on me, and it was just painted black around, you'd be like, we're somewhere like that. Thanks. That I need it to be more broad than that. Dark space, low budget. This is dumb. I wrote bullshit next to it when I found out it was scary exclamation point. I was like, oh come on. You could have done so much, like the letter P. It's not hard.
Wait, so they let the filmmakers choose the word, right?
Yeah, they give you the letter and then you go from there. Yeah.
No, I think it's like we're gonna give you the word.
Right. That's why last time there was Q for quack and they were just talking about a duck the entire time because they couldn't figure out what to do.
Oh, the Badger. I like Badger.
Yeah, Badger was good. I like that one. Yeah, it was.
Like,
The guy in front of the camera, he actually directed it. He's a British comedian, which is why it was kind of funny, you know. So this one was odd, but I liked it. So Q is for questionnaire. It's a free intelligence test. It kind of looked like those freaking like Scientology things, like free stress test. Yeah. Hold on to these empty, you know, toilet paper rolls, and we'll tell you how good. Like, fuck you, man.
Move your hand up and down.
Oh my god. I realize that with a lot of my videos, I do the jerking 2 guys off at once motion way too much. For some reason. I don't know why.
I wish I could say the same.
Yeah, but you'd be like this, like... I guess I'm doing that. Someone gonna start freaking gifting me. Anyway, so...
Oh my god, can I do that? Please,
just shots of me doing that. This bitch wants to end my life. Anyway, so it's all these questions, and they seem really simple, and he's answering them like, do you rather the daytime or the nighttime, and stuff like that. Like, do you like long walks on the beach or on the pier? Like, you know, random questions. Anyway, that like you hear like, I think it's like a girl who's administering the test, and she's like, okay, well, you know, if you come here, we'll, you know, go further along the test, and... Oh wait, no, it's not test. It's well, not test, not questions. The test was just like it was these like weird phrases that he had to like complete, and she's like, okay, good, you got it, and he was just like, and he was doing really well, and so then she goes, yeah, come to this building. I guess like he probably thought, my hair is bothering me. He probably thought it was like, I don't know, like he gets like a prize or something. Anyway, turns out he goes to a lab and gets his brain traded with a gorilla. Yeah, he's making a face like. Yeah, he goes in and like, and I like the editing too, because it wasn't literally like sequential. Like, while they're like the questionnaire thing is happening, you're already seeing the process of gorilla brain being, you know, like being tossed down. You're like, what does this have to do with this? It's the whole like you're showing the beginning and the end in a sense at the same time, and then it meets in the middle at the end. Like and I was like, that's good. I like that one. This one, R, is for roulette, which, it's pretty much what it is. So, you know, single bullet and a revolver thing. I thought it was funny because they're Germans. Because they even say it's like World War II. I think they say it's 1945 or some shit like that, you know. They're in a bunker. And so then it's three people. It's some random guy and this couple. You know, each person click nothing, click nothing, click nothing. And then, you know, by the end of it, the guy's like, hey, that was number 5. By the 6th one, you're gonna, like, and the guy gets it, and he's like, okay. And then you hear bang, and the girl dies. The guy shoots his own girl. And you're like, oh, and then like their bunker or something gets raided or whatever. Like it's just like as it fades to black, you hear oh rebel rebel. Let me get my broom kind of shit. That was actually pretty interesting because I was wondering where it was gonna go because you obviously know 6 bullets. It's gonna only go around like twice. Where is it going to? So yeah, that was nice. S is for split. I even wrote I like this one, so I liked one. Couple on the phone. Guy smashes into house where lady is. Busts leg and head. Smashes head in. Ooh. Now, well, that's what I wrote. Ooh. But I don't remember what happened. I don't actually remember. It's like I said, it's been a month. It's horrible. Oh, too many segments. Come on. I know, but couple on the phone. Guy smashes into a house where lady is, but I really don't remember this one. You know what? I think what it is that this is one of those like good, like short and sweet ones. That's probably why I don't remember. And plus, it's S.
This is a trusty review. I'm gonna review this. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna say.
Apparently, me at the time, I remember. It was. I'm also gonna blame it on the time difference, and it was like midnight, so it's technically 3 a.m. where we are. I don't know. Whatever. But
Sure.
yeah, whatever. Like again, this one is obviously a lot better than the other one. I took an hour to talk about the other one. You know, that poster's over there. Well, not there, but there. So then, oh yeah, this one, T. T is for literally tentacle porn. They were not kidding on that one. So, it's an audition tape for, like, this lady, she's auditioning, and I write down, what the fuck, and then tentacle pussy, question mark, exclamation point. So it was, like, drawn together with the octopus schwa. So you just had, like, tentacle pussy, like, yeah, just auditioning. Oh, okay, how the fuck do I remember this one and not the other one? We're like, yeah, it's like, and like this audition tape, and they're like, oh yeah, take it off, and then you just see like tentacles like flying at you, and you're like, what the fuck? By then I was like, okay, we're at T. I'm starting to get tired, and and I was like, can this end? Because I'm about to like lose my shit. All right. Next is U is for Utopia, and I wrote down, I thought it was for ugly. Because there is a limping fat guy, and he falls and gets scammed as so...
And this is why Joe doesn't take notes.
And it's not like I took it in the dark, like with fucking 50 Shades, which is like back here, where it's sadly just as legible. This was in the light. I was in the fucking lobby at a goddamn table. Like, I looked like I was doing serious business stuff. I was.
Your invoice and...
My invoice paper? Don't laugh at my invoice paper, okay?
What do you call it? Charcoal? No. Transfer paper?
No. Carbon copy?
Carbonite!
Carbon... Anyway,
Carbon footprint. Carbon monoxide.
We're gonna list things about propane now, like...
Propane.
I'm like, limping fat guy falls down, and gets scanned as subnorm? Oh! I think, yeah, there's something with he actually gets scanned. And it says police coffin and set on fire. Oh! How the fuck do I remember this one and not the other one? So yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was thinking. It was U for ugly because there's all these like pretty model people walking around. He's just this kind of like ugly fat dude walking around. And then they were like, they scanned him as subnormal. Like subpar kind of thing. So then he gets put into this fucking police coffin, like fucking Hannibal Lecter style, fucking, you know, Schwarzenegger in the fucking refrigerator shit, gets wheeled out, gets set on fire. The inside of it, like, is an inferno, gets set on fire, and then all the pretty people are like, anyway, move on. It was kind kind of like the movie Equilibrium, where they all stop and take like their meds and they're fine and dandy again. Yeah, and it was called U for Utopia, which again I thought it was U for ugly, you know. Okay, so then V is for vacation, which, you know, I thought vagina. Which it kind of, I thought at first too was vagina, because it's like FaceTime, some douchebag friends show the hookers. Oh, now again, how do I remember this? Okay, so yeah, they're FaceTiming, and, you know, the girl's like, oh my god, baby, I miss you, all that fucking shit. And then the friend was like, oh, you want to see this? Grabs his phone, locks the boy, like the guy that she's been FaceTiming, outside, like the balcony, and shows her, like, yeah, you see this? Yeah, he's been banging this the whole time, like this gross hooker that he's been, okay, she probably wasn't that gross, but, you know, this gross hooker that he's banging, who was like naked on the bed and gross and hooker-like. And then, So then, like, the you know, the boyfriend is like, no, don't do it. And the girlfriend's like, I can't believe him. He cheated on me and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, it sucks. And then the woman gets up, you know, her naked body, she gets up, and then she just kills him. So that happens. She, like, and then, yeah, kills the douchebag, and then, yeah, and it ends, and you're like, okay. Yeah, so there wasn't that much nudity in this one, whereas the other one, there was just like, whenever we could just throw tits at you, let's do it, you know? So then, W is for wish, and they made it in the style of like a TV commercial. Boy gets sucked and shit gets real, what the fuck? This boy gets sucked
That
and...
sounds like something that I watch.
He get...
I love the click at the end.
It's the suction noise. Yeah. Yeah, apparently shit gets real. What the fuck? Again, I'm telling you, this is towards the end, and I was just like... I'm gonna blame it on the time difference. You know, it was closing towards midnight in Cali, which meant it was 3 in the morning here in New York, so... So X is for xylophone.
Of course.
Which, not bad. So, xylophone... Okay, so kids playing on the xylophone. Okay, yeah, this one gets weird. So, this kid is just playing on the xylophone like a kid does. Clink, 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 clink. Just doing that. Just being an annoying kid playing shit, right? Because kids do that. So the woman, I think she's like watching TV or something, and she gets really fucking annoyed. You know, and she's just like, oh my god, this kid won't stop. So, she kills the kid. She kills the kid, rips the kid open, and the video ends with her playing the kid's ribs like a xylophone.
Do you see it?
Yeah, you see, like, ribs, like...
Do you see the kid, like...
Like, the kid's torn to shreds. There is no more kid, but bones. And the freaking...
Do you see it, or is it just like, okay, we just know it's him?
You know it's a kid. Yeah, and then she kind of sits exactly like how the kid was playing the xylophone, but instead, like, clinking on the ribs, going clink, clink, clink. And I was just like, wow, talk about escalating quickly, you know? What's this one? Okay, so, okay, we're nearing the end here. Y is for youth. I'm, like, reading my notes, and I'm like, now it sounds like I'm high now. Girl backbends and becomes a bear. I swear to God. I kind of remember she does, like, you know, the thing where she backbends and then she just becomes a bear. And I remember, like, I remember this part because I remember I paused it because okay, a lot of these I rarely ever pause. Believe me, I rarely ever do. Unless I'm just like, what? Did I just miss something? And I go back. It's a rarity I pause. But I actually had to pause it and give myself a moment. Because I was like, okay, it might be really late at night. Maybe I'm starting to see it because I'm tired. So I went back a little bit, you know, to the start of it again. And nope, she does a back bend and she becomes a bear. And then I put down, and I wrote down, you know, like, what the fuck is going on? Because obviously... And then things are escalating so horribly quickly. And then I write down, what, vegetables? What? Burger monster? What the fuck? Huge dick? No, I swear to God, I wrote that. No, because it's like vegetable, but then I crossed out the word vegetable, and then wrote down burger monster, and then what the fuck, and then huge dick! And then it goes, so she cuts herself. Y is for use. Oh, it's a Japanese one, I remember now. Like, how does that make me remember? It's like, you're in like this family like living room kind of thing, and there's like a girl and like her parents and like all this weird stuff are happening there. Like a girl, she backbench, she becomes a bear, and then like this like weird shit happens, and like the whole time the girl is like, the main girl, she has like back towards the family, so it's like the parents and then like the sister or something, and the girl's like facing the wall, and she's like, oh, you know, like complaining, you know, like angsty teen kind of shit happening, and it's like the whole bear thing happens, and the fucking, what's it, burger monster thing happens. I think it's whatever manifestation of her crazy ass has brought up, but yeah, so like, it's like, it ends with her being like, something about like family not listening to her, and then she just like cuts herself, and it's like, eh, the end, and you're like, sure. And then, oh, this last one was so fucking weird and kind of cool, and yet what? In those exact terms. It's called Z. Z is for zygote. And it's a woman, she's pregnant, and the husband's like, alright, well, you have to stay here in our cabin in the woods kind of thing, because that's always leads to good stuff. But I think that it's like more like a farmland anyway. The husband goes, I was like, I'll be back, you know. It was like, don't have the kid like without me kind of stuff. So you're like, oh, well, she's preggers. He'll be back in a couple of months. She might be close to labor by then, right? No, the child actually grows inside her. She doesn't give birth to it. At one point, it's like huge, and she's laying there, and you hear this voice like, hey, Mom, is Dad ever coming home? And I'm like, bitch, how do you not give birth to that? It's like this literal growing child inside of her. And I was just like, what the... Oh, and I wrote down, ouch, gross, wow, ew. So, like, yeah, she wouldn't give birth to the kid because the dad's not home yet, because he said, don't do it without me. And it's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because obviously biologically that's not possible. Anyway, according to this thing, it is.
Well, then there's you.
And then there's me. My mama kept me inside for 6 more years to keep me nice and ripe. People think my sister and I are twins. And this is my natural hair color. What do you mean? You know, people think my sister and I are twins, and we're like 6 years apart, and I think it's mainly because of the green hair and all that shit, and the fact that I'm a little girl boy, that, you know, no, we're not. Maybe when I had my long black hair, probably, not anymore. Anyway, that aside.
Can I play you in your Lifetime story?
No, it's supposed to be Daniel Day-Lewis. At one point, back to what I was saying, at one point the woman is crawling on the floor and her stomach is huge because she's got a grown-ass person in there. And then finally, like, the you know, the kid in there is like, Mom, what does outside look like? Will I ever see outside? Like, really? And the mom was like, one day, like, rubbing this huge, like, sleeping bag in front of her. That's her fucking stomach. Anyway, so the child inside of her rips out of her body. Obviously the woman dies, because she ends up deflating like a balloon, like those commercials, like, this is Joe, she used to be fun, and then she saw doing drugs, like that kind of shit, where like they're deflated. It's like, now she just sits there. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, literally that whole, like, deflated kind of fucking shit. And then, like, the kid gets up and, like, grabs, like, the skin of Mom. No bones or muscles or anything, just skin. And just throws it away, like, scrubs the fucking floor, all that shit. The dad finally comes home. Beard, all that, you know, generic shit you would normally see after years of not being, you know, anywhere kind of stuff. And then it was just like... the dad was like, oh, what happened to the child? And now, because the woman carried the kid in there for so long, the child is now the same age as the mom, kind of weirdness. Like, around that age, and he can't see the difference somehow. And she's like, oh yeah, we lost it. Maybe we'll try again. And you're like, wait, so now the daughter is the mom? And ew. It's gross. Yeah, so that's how they ended it. That was weird. Yeah, that one was weird. That was really weird. So that's ABC's of Death 2. Definitely a lot better, but still not that good, you know?
Hopefully, part 3 would be even better.
Right. What if I got involved in part 3?
Can you please?
Wouldn't that be great? Watch we get like a weird letter. I don't know. Watch we get freaking Z, because no one will see till the end of it. No.
Well, I mean, there are really no corner letters, so...
Corner letters. There ain't no corner pieces. I know. It's like, but that's the thing. Like, I don't want to be A either. You know, I don't want to like start off this thing.
Oh my God! Can you? If you got A, can you be like A is for A? Just be one of those fucked up things. Oh, what's A for? A.
No, it should be like something ridiculous, like A is for alliteration. So the entire time we're just choosing like A letters.
Oh my God! Can we do it like in what's that show? Fucking Electro Company or
Where it's dark.
Apple.
Anus. Anus. Wouldn't that be great though if I did ABCs of Death? Like, because we could just film like a quick 10-minute thing of us being stupid. Like,
That's it. 10 minutes.
yeah. I don't know. Paul could be the main character. And I don't know. Or we it could be black and white and it's a clown flipping a pancake. Well, his tongue's been somewhere else. Oh.
It had been though.
Anus.
Yes.
Yeah, but that would be fun.
True story.
Anyway, that would be funny if I got involved with ABCs of Death. I don't know how you get involved. Like, do you just send like a letter? I don't know. Do you just send a letter?
Please, can I be on it? Please.
Right? I get a director's credit to directing, acting, writing, producing credit all at once. I'll be telling me what's up.
My eyes.
What's that?
Because they had that Sprite cranberry, and I read it as Sprite crackberry. I'm like, oh,
Well,
is that LeBron's thing?
I was about to say it's probably better than the LeBron thing, but yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, this one was better. Like, I still like, in the first one, I still like that freaking X one, because that was like, it was like gruesome and cool and meaningful, and like all the things you want, you know, kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, this one, like, it was better because there wasn't like F is for fart kind of shit happening, you know? Or what was it? H for hydroelectric. What? Weird furry, like, Soviet furries from last one. But yeah, like, this one was like, it was easier to sit through, let's just say. The last one, I think I actually had to sit through it in like 2 sessions. Like, I think after H or J or something, I had to just like take a break. This one, like, I just plowed through it. Again, I don't know, it's fucking ABCs of Death. Like, what else do you say? Like, each letter is just weird, and it's like, although I have to say, this one does have more, like, foreign directors, you know, because most of the other ones were, like, just regular, like, American English, and then it would be, like, really random, like, it would be Japan, and then it would just be, you know, that kind of stuff. This one, it was, like, a lot of, like, British. There was a few Japanese, really, that's really stupid of me. Anyway, I don't know, it's ABCs of Death, I don't know, like, I just hate that the one I like, I totally forgot what it was about. I'll remember it, but, spoilers. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, ABCs of Death 2, it is, God, I don't know, whatever, done. Something like that. I don't know, and there was like this black cloud, like the lost, like smoke monster shit going on, and like some of the people get caught and they're like, and they're choking out like the freaking people in Pompeii kind of thing, like, oh, it got me, I'm dead. And then the girl in Flesh, then she's gonna put her mouth on your ho-ho, it's like, what? Anyway, you see her head go down, then she comes back up and looks you in the eye, and she goes, no, like pretty much being like, do I not satisfy you, do I not make you happy?